Hey there, Misfits. It's Anthony.
And Tom.
And we are exhausted after our first day at Gen Con. Oh my God, Tom is just dying right in front of me, skin and bones. So we're doing a vlog thing now, or I guess this is what they would call it. This is our post
vlog.
It's not a vlog, a vlog. Anyway, whatever you want to call it. No, this is our post. We'll call it the post first day Gen Con wrap up.
Yeah.
Right.
Day one wrap up.
Day one wrap up.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. So
we got Misfit Will back there on camera.
Yeah, say hi, Will.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah. Hello. He's so monotone. So today was crazy. Today was really crazy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't even feel like a full day, but
it felt like we were there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Unless you tell my back, and then my back thinks we were there for 10 weeks.
Yeah, no, entirely. Like I'm used to running. I work medical, so I'm running all the time. And so I didn't really feel it. And then like there were points where I was like, I'm exhausted. I'm like, oh, it's 9:30 at night. I'm like, holy crow. So I mean, yeah.
And carrying around all this stuff for a while will do that to you.
Oh yeah. So story on this, we have a huge selection of games here.
Day one loot.
Some of this we purchased. Other stuff we're going to be doing videos on for publishers. We are super happy with. We weren't really
Thank you to everybody who helped us out.
Oh yeah, thank you to everybody who we're gonna do a bunch of videos. We got a lot of videos to do when we get back for sure. But I was excited to get a couple things that I had to get. So I got that Thunder Road. I was hoping to get the Kickstarter version of it because this has all the expansions, all the extra all this stuff from the Kickstarter,
all the bells, all the whistles.
Yeah, and if you even try to buy like the single version, and it's forget it, it's way more.
Expensive. You can see how much stuff you can't even see it on the camera, but it's like shrink wrapped with a whole bunch of stuff in the back of the box.
And then it has all the extra miniatures, all that stuff. So I was like super thrilled because this was a game that I missed out on the second Kickstarter on.
This was about 80 pounds to carry around for a party.
Yeah, no, this was really heavy. But everybody loves this game, and I played the old one and still have the old one, and I absolutely was hoping they would redo it. So I was super excited. And then I picked up Sagrada Artisans, which
I don't think Amanda would have let you back in the house.
No, Misfit Amanda would not let me back in the house if I did not come back with that. We are huge Sagrada fans. It was a game. We got introduced by Meg, a friend of ours in the gaming community, and we love Sagrada. And the fact they're doing a legacy game, which is what this is, was amazing to me. So those are my two big purchases. What was like your favorite purchases?
My purchases, I didn't buy a heck of a lot.
Yeah, I was surprised. Usually walk away with something big the first
I
day.
did get the expansion to Arnak.
Oh yeah, that was
I was able to pre-order that to pick that up there at Gen Con, and also After Us. Those were both pre-orders, so I was able to pick them up at Gen Con before anybody on the other planet gets.
I'm kind of jelly. I'm almost debating it, but it's a card game. We're all going to play it.
I figure we're all going to play it. So once in a while, I got to buy a game, and you got to buy a game.
Yeah, and I was like, we'll just show it.
I just thought it was a great idea because it looked fun at Dice Tower. It looked like an interesting mechanic, and I didn't get a chance to play it, but it looked really cool. And
because you saw me and Amanda playing. Right?
Yeah. And then I watched another game at another time too, and they were trying to explain it to me, and I was like. I got an email that said from Pandasaurus said, "Hey, you want to buy it? You pick it up at Gen Con. It's the first place you can get it." I'm like, done.
Yeah,
because they had like a couple bonus items with it too. So I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's a fun, not even a heavy deck builder. It's a light deck builder, but it's just fun. And the theme, the monkeys just cracked me up. Like the monkey theme. Is hilarious.
It's like the monkeys have inherited the earth.
Yeah, and
we were done with it.
Yeah, we're done with it anyway. It was hilarious. And then and Arnak, of course, I'll have to get that at some point, but I know that'll be around for a while. So
I hope we can secure you a copy while we're here. Hopefully,
we'll see.
Maybe we're still gonna have to go and smile and
we're gonna have to go and yes, we'll see if we bow. I was gonna say it was really cool to meet the creators of Arnak.
Yeah, we did. We did an interview with them and talked about the new expansion. You'll have to look. I'm not gonna put it over there because I can't.
Yeah.
When I don't have the home computer, I can't put links. But future me, put the link up there.
Well, you guys can probably scroll through anyway and find it. But we had a good interview with them, and they were very, very nice. We had a lot of good interviews, actually. Speaking of interviews, we had some really, really, really good stuff. Like we stumbled
Yeah.
upon some gems, like some
Well,
really cool
we found a
games.
new game company that we really haven't dealt with before.
Yeah,
They're the ones
yeah,
here who made Bark Avenue,
yeah.
and that's a really cute one.
Well,
And
they represented a few different game
yeah,
companies.
it's
So it was like one of
Good
these.
Games Publishing,
Yeah,
and we talked about quite a few games that they did, and they
yeah,
all looked really super interesting, and that one looked adorable. So I was
yeah.
really interested
There was
in,
like a kind of a game for everybody,
yeah,
almost.
it's
Yeah.
nice because you meet new people all the time when you're at Gen
Oh
Con.
yeah.
Even though we went crazy last year and we go to PAX U and we meet,
Oh
there's a
yeah.
lot of people we see again.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
people friendships we're making,
Yeah.
but then you discover a new
Yeah,
guy, and it was like,
I've
wow.
and we've talked to a ton of people. We're really prolific talkers. We go and we do
You
these
think?
interviews. Yeah, just a little bit. And we talk to a lot of people when we go to these things. And now some people will be like, oh yeah, I remember you from last year. But there's still people like that we don't know. It's like it's weird because I was here last year, but it's like I guess there's even more vendors that we don't
Well,
know.
that and like some people were like, "Hey, Misfits, how you doing?" And it's like, "Hey, yeah,
Yeah, oh yeah, we got that.
But we
got that.
We really find that fun.
Yeah, we don't really get that because we're not, obviously Dice Tower yet. But it was actually cool. We had a couple of people that were like, hey, and it was like, you know us, like who are we? But
Yeah,
yeah, like little
like the pirate guys. And then we found out they were from Miami.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna try to get down there and see how they
Yeah.
make the whole game.
So
and all
yeah,
that.
it was a was it Flint Forge games? Oh my God, my brain is dead on me. But it was the guys who do Plunder, Blood and Plunder.
But yeah,
Blood and Plunder.
really
And
cool.
this,
Another video that Future Me is gonna link right
yeah,
here.
I'm gonna put
now.
somewhere in there, and basically it's this mini pirate game, but it encompasses both land and sea.
It's got figs. It's got
boats. It's got boat
oh.
miniatures, and you guys are fighting on the boats. And I'm like, that's really cool. But you also go on the land and fight on the land. And I was like, this is really cool. And you were buying something. I went over to talk to this guy. I'm like, hey, you want to talk? And he's like, oh yeah, we know you. I'm like, what?
What?
He's like, yeah, I watch your videos. I'm like, okay. And then we got to talking, and this guy, he was really cool. It was God, my brain died on me again. Was it?
Oh, it's been
Michael?
a long
Michael?
day.
Was it Mike?
It's been a long
day. I think it was Michael.
Don't
anyway,
make up names.
I'm not going to make up names if I don't know. It's right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But anyway, he was super cool, and he lives in Miami, which is right across.
Yeah, so we were like, I've been wanting to work up. I got a couple of other game developers who were going to try to do like a background, behind the scenes, how you make a game kind of.
And he invited us,
and they were like, "We're right down in Miami. Let's do this." And I'm like,
so we're gonna have to take a trip. We have to take a trip down Miami.
Twist my arm.
No, right. Oh yeah.
So we avoid the traffic.
So yeah, and I mean, and of course, I talked to our good friends at Wise Wizards. I love Debbie at Wise Wizards. We're gonna have a couple interviews with her tomorrow. We just didn't have a lot of time at the end of the day today.
Yeah, she was busy. Everybody's so
busy right now. Yeah,
a lot of people in a small space, and it's just gonna get worse as we go.
Yeah, but it was good to reconnect with some of these people that I've been connecting with, like Debbie, with Jen. I got to hit Leader Games, and my friends there.
My friends at Amigo have a couple new
games. Oh, your buddy Amigo? Yeah.
It
was nice reconnecting again with all of them. Unfortunately, I'm very sad Ignacy and Portal were not here this year, which is very, very sad for me. I love those guys, and I've worked with them many times at different conventions. I was very sad about that. It's the first con. Well, actually, I guess Dice Tardies is the first con without Portal. But Ignacy was at least there. I got to play minors with him.
Yeah, he told me he was going to be able to be
I thought he was
but,
too, but they're actually they're like traveling around Europe now, like playing at board game cafes and stuff, like that. So I was super sad because nobody was there. I think there's one of the guys is demoing minors, but it's very sad. I'm very sad to see that because it bums me out just on a personal level. It's okay. It makes me very sad because that's kind of where I started. Shout out to the Breaking Games guys too. To segue into that, I was super stoked with we went over to talk to them, and they were super ecstatic to toss us Dwellings of Eldervale, which everybody was wanting to get their hands on because this is an amazing game. I've been following this game for a few years now. It's hard to get. It's really hard to get. It hit the scene. It was in the hotness for a while. Everybody's still trying to get their hands on it. People were coming up and asking him while we were talking to him, "Hey, do you have this for sale?" And he's like, "You got to hide this game because you're going to get tackled or whatever." I'm like, "Oh heck yeah, we're hiding this. We're shoving into things or whatever."
We just bought 3 brand new bags. Let's do this.
Yeah, we had to buy bags over there. But yeah, I'm super stoked because that game.
That looks like a lot.
It's a lot of game. I'm going to be reading rules for a while, but I'm super stoked to play that one. I was immensely surprised because I didn't think I'd be walking home with Dwellings of Eldervale. Now, if I walk home tomorrow with a copy of Oathsworn, I think I died at that point because I've gone to, because I mean, like there's some games that are so hot you can't get your hands on them at all, and Oathsworn's another one too. But yeah, that's for tomorrow's adventure.
Yeah, our fishing trip for tomorrow.
So
Well, that was so funny too, was because with the Blood and Plunder, it's like, oh yeah, we can work out something. We can send you a game, blah blah blah. And it's like the box is like this big by this big, and we're
oh
like,
yeah,
can you mail it? Oh yeah, we can mail it to you. It's like, thank
yeah. But I mean, the thing is, we love doing obviously the videos.
you. Mm-hmm.
It's nice not have to sit here and output so much and kind of do this for somebody without having, because we don't charge for any of this. We do this for fun,
Mm-hmm.
and when somebody gives us a copy of something, it's like, oh, the light shines
It's like
on
the
us.
Holy Grail.
But to be fair, we do videos. We do
We do
3
put
or
a lot of
4.
work into
We
what we're
put
doing.
a lot of work in what we're doing. So it's like but and part of it though is I honestly really love talking to these people, especially the small developers. Like, I mean, nothing against the big developers, but you don't often get to speak to the actual designers of the games.
Yeah.
Or people that
it's
literally,
so cool to talk to the designers. Like we talked to the designer for Trick Draw.
Yeah.
And it was like he just brought such an excitement about the game.
Yes, because they designed it.
Yeah.
And on top of that, exactly. And I love that. And it's like also they have like a lot of passion for it. It's not just somebody that, just whatever. They love the game because they spent probably years making the damn game. You know what I mean? And that shows through when you talk to them. And I absolutely love that. That's probably my favorite part of talking to people, honestly.
Now let's talk about the most ridiculous part of this guy.
Okay, we're gonna segue into that. Are you talking about Lorcana?
I am talking about Lorcana.
Everybody knows.
Oh my
Everybody knows what happened probably Lorcana if they paid attention to Reddit or anything. So
this morning, I marked myself safe from the Lorcana riots of 2023.
So listen, I'll give the 2-second overview here, okay? Because
and then I'll tell you all the ridiculous stuff.
So Lorcana,
they're already queued up.
Oh my god!
At 6 p.m.
That'll
the next day.
That was going to be the punchline, but we'll skip right ahead.
Oh, there's a lot of punchlines.
Oh, there's a lot of punchlines. So Lorcana, for those that don't know, Lorcana is Disney's answer to Magic the Gathering. It's a collectible card game, but it's like it doesn't quite play like Magic the Gathering, but it obviously borrows a lot of elements from it.
Everybody does. Every CCG does
that. But it's Disney branded, so it's like everybody's going gaga because Disney's huge, obviously. Well, it comes out.
They are.
I mean, it's a little company, but it's very, very.
I hear
they're up and coming.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So, like, the game comes out though in like 2 weeks. You're gonna go to a shop in 2 weeks and buy all the product you want.
Yeah.
But that's too long away. Nope. It's not like I can expect it's like 6 months away, but it's like 2 weeks. So.
And they camped out. Like, I think one report, like people first in line were like there at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, and this was last night.
And then
the line was
some
through
people
the building.
Cut the line.
Oh no, there was like chaos. There was literal chaos. Like people who had been in there at 4 in the morning. Apparently, people rushed the line, and people that were in the 4 in the morning all of a sudden had 100 people standing in front of them who were like at the back of the line. It was ridiculous.
Justifiably losing their minds a bit, but again,
yeah. And the funny thing was though is that you're going to get they had been snipping the badges. So you can only get one batch. You can go up, buy one batch, and you're done.
They've assured us there's enough for everybody.
Yeah, they're staggering.
Because they're only...
Will's shaking his head right now.
Well, that's what they keep saying officially.
I talked to them again. They're only rolling out enough for each day. So maybe not everybody per se.
Not per day. Yeah, but...
enough for everyone who sits at 6 p.m. for the next
Yeah. Apparently some people, like if you go later in line, maybe you get some luck. But we knew people from publishers that waited online for hours.
Well, yeah, Alex, we have another video that Alex got in line, like right when the line 10 o'clock was going into the hall, and he said he hasn't moved.
What time
did it was like an hour and a half.
Did he say how long it took him to get out of the line?
It was like an hour and a half. It was like 11:30 going on 12, and he was still in the same place in line.
And he was at the and he was at towards the beginning of the line. He wasn't even towards the back. He was like towards the booth, which was ridiculous. And then that continued the entire day. And then like they cleared out. They stopped selling at a certain point. Things quieted down. And then like all of a sudden you were playing 2 rooms in a boom.
Yeah, and they moved us. Because they had to create the new line for people at 6 p.m. to go get in it.
At 6 p.m.
Keep in mind, this comes out in 2 weeks, people.
But the thing is, they're already like a lot of these guys are just selling the product, which is stupid.
Yeah, but we looked on eBay and the prices weren't. I'm sorry, I have a value on my time.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to spend 12 hours plus in line for something I can mark up by $50.
Neither am I. Neither am I. Well,
I mean,
supposedly,
I've done stuff for a lot less time for $50.
I mean,
That I would rather do than sit in that line.
Unless the prices are going up. I mean, I haven't checked later on, and I did read something. They are giving out a promo card when you buy something or play one of the demo things, and that's what's going for a bit of money. So there's a Mickey promo card you get, a Gen Con Mickey promo card. So that's what scalpers are really. Yeah, exactly.
Is it made out of gold?
I wish. Yeah.
Does it get you into the parks for free?
Well, I mean, considering the price of the park tickets, yeah, it's actually probably more than the price of a park ticket, actually, at this point, even at those prices. So, I mean, honestly, I'd like some Lorcana, don't get me wrong. If I didn't have to wait 2 hours, I'd walk up, buy a couple starter decks just to play and check it out.
I mean, it would be interesting to check out.
Yeah, and get a promo card, cool. But I'm going to wait till, like, Sunday, you know,
Yeah,
and if it's,
maybe.
and you know, or maybe Saturday, and wait towards the end of the day.
Oh,
but
Saturday's going to be a mess.
Saturday probably be a mess, yeah. Because today was supposed to be, like, the quieter day.
Yeah,
that's the other thing,
Thursday
too. The
and
crowds
Sunday are
insane.
the quieter days. Friday and Saturday.
It was not quiet. That's the thing. It was not quiet. Like we could barely breathe.
There were times
we could barely breathe. So geez, I don't even want to know. Like tomorrow's gonna be. Tomorrow's gonna be.
I mean, we couldn't even find some of the people we were looking for today.
No,
we didn't even cover a quarter of that floor.
No, we are gonna have to pick it. That's what we're gonna have to be tomorrow. We're gonna probably be judicious because we're gonna kill ourselves, and we're still not gonna even hit like half of the people we want to talk to.
This may be the last video we ever do.
Because we'll just be dead.
We'll be dead.
We'll be dead.
If you did not see another video after this video was posted.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Actually, I got a few premiering in the next week, so.
Oh my god. I mean, I
it will go on without us.
But I will say I did like how we handled it better this year. We kind of all danced around each other and managed things. Like last year was kind of a
last
mess.
year we were like trying to meet everybody we
possibly could, so we separated and everything.
And now it's like, well, let's just step back a step and see we haven't talked to.
It felt a lot better this year because it was like we were so harried last year. It was like I was running here and you were running there, and we're calling each other.
And then you ran off with Will, and I ran off in another direction.
It was like, oh my god, because we're hungry, but I mean, like we were nuts. We were just like, we have to talk to every person in this, and there's 6,000 people. It's like, what? No. So yeah, we're definitely taking it slower. Plus, a lot of these guys we have relationships with already, so it's like we don't need to go talk to
we can do
Devere. You know, we can say hi to Vlad, but we don't have.
Oh,
to,
we always. Yeah,
Vlad didn't even.
Vlad walked up to Vlad. Vlad was like not even looking at us.
Vlad.
He was so suave.
You didn't piss him off, right?
No, he was just like.
He's not even looking at you. It was hilarious. That was great. You're like Vlad.
I actually got the camera. This goes Vlad.
Yeah.
Vlad. He's like, I'm not gonna turn my head.
That was hilarious. Oh my god. So yeah, for those that know, Vlad is one of the main guys at Devere, and we love him. We always hang out with him.
He's such a great character.
He's just such a great guy, and we love talking with him and shooting videos and everything with him. And he was busting our chops this go around. Well, I'm sure we'll have a video of him soon enough. But
we'll see.
Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow.
They're like, come back Sunday.
Come back Sunday. And pretty much a lot of people are like that. So because it's just crazy right now. But yeah, no. Overall, I loved the first day. It was much better than last year.
It was nice kind of knowing what we're doing. Like we were definitely babes dropped in the deep end.
No,
like the Nirvana album
totally,
cover.
Yeah, that was us. We're like
with a little board game
and a hook. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that was totally us last year because we were just like we were still. Yeah, we totally were because we had done what Paxu and nothing else really, right?
We did Dice Tower, but that's so small.
Well, the new Dice Tower, the after COVID,
that was the big Kahuna.
Yeah. No, that was our first one, and we were.
It's a lot. It's a lot, guys. Yeah. It's fun, but it's a lot, guys.
Yeah, and especially if you're new to the game, like going all these publishers, like that game looks cool, that game looks cool, and I want to talk to these and these and these, and it's like, oh yeah, last year, man, I was like freaking done. But even Control this year, we're worn out, but it's a better worn out. It's not like I wasn't.
Oh, I feel like we accomplished a lot.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
and we got to play 2 Rooms and a Boom.
Yeah, we actually. Oh, and tomorrow we're gonna have videos. Don't forget, we got to play the new FFG Star Wars collectible card game, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
I thought it was fun.
Even though I lost, I loved it.
I know.
I was so wanted to kill you with Darth Vader. I was like, oh my god.
You're like, ha ha ha, I have you now, and I'm like, bam, 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 bam,
bam.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, that's the Rebel Alliance. Then they're shooting at you.
Yeah, I wish they were selling it at this con, but it's still like another. It's still
I know,
a,
it's months
still,
away,
it's still a ways off.
But it's nice to get a chance to get behind it and get to play it.
Oh yeah, and I can't wait to talk to Xander
maybe
tomorrow.
Maybe we can talk to Xander and say, Xander, you're gonna take all those demo decks back with you.
Yeah.
Can we have a couple?
Can we have a couple of demo decks? That would be really, really nice. Yeah, Lovely Lady was very, very cool and kind of explaining the whole thing.
And it's not a crazy mechanic that we've seen so far. There was
it's
a few keywords, a few things, and the interesting thing to me was that instead of like where Magic, where you gotta have specific cards to toss some mana down, it's gotta be specific. This, it's like just put a card face down, and it's your resources.
And I call that. I think the first game that, and the funny thing was, if I made a card game, I'd use that mechanic. The first mechanic, the first game I thought that used that mechanic that I found was the World of Warcraft card game, which is an awesome card game. It's old, obviously, it's back when World of Warcraft was super popular, but you basically every turn you took you discarded a card from your hand and turned it into a resource, and it didn't matter what card. Your cost was pretty much discarding the card, but your cards did not have any differentiating costs. They all cost the same whatever resource that you put down. So there's no problem of, oh, I need this color, man. And not, mind you, the fun in Magic sometimes is trying to fill it, but sometimes Magic can get bad like that because if people don't get the right lands or whatever, then it becomes a slog. In these kind of games, you're always playing. You're always getting the resources, so you're just plopping a card down every turn, building up.
As Will's trying to shoot.
He's trying to get a beer. Yeah, it's hilarious. So if it's moving a little bit, you know why Bill's let me say Bill. Will's taking a drink. Anyway, where were we at? Oh yes. So guys,
yeah. To explain that edit, we're gonna put that on our OnlyFans.
We edited a minute there. We're very tired. But to make a long story short, I really like the FFG Star Wars card game. It is a bit of familiar, and I'm hoping the rules are right. I almost feel like she she did say she was new at it, so I feel like almost there's maybe a couple of like I'm gonna go to Xander hopefully tomorrow and he's gonna be like, no, it doesn't work like that.
I think she was spot on.
I know you think she was, but I think
it's
there's
just
a couple things.
I mean, granted, we're gonna talk about this later.
We're gonna talk about it later, but there's a couple little rules.
But then it'd be worthless if you didn't, and it was a super ability.
Well, it wasn't even just that. There was a couple of little niggling things that kind of bothered me. Like, I'm like, is it really go like this? Like the guys come in tap, but there's no way to defend your base. Seemed a little off. But the guys coming out that guarded it seemed to make up for that.
Yeah, there's probably ships that guard too.
Because
but the whole deal is when you bring the ships out and they got another ship out, you're gonna have to go shoot that other ship.
And maybe because I'm getting it from the other deck builder, but like you had cards that could block your base, but also like you had to have like ship cards to attack the base and stuff like that.
What surprised me about that game a little bit is the concept is similar to the collector. Or to the other
deck builder.
The deck builder.
I mean, really?
You're trying to attack a base. You got the ships. You got the ground people. You're trying to, there was a lot of similarities.
I will put a hot topic real quick. What did you think of it? Because this is kind of debatable. What did you think of the art?
I can understand where they're going with it.
There's parts of it I do like, and there's other parts of it I don't like.
But some of it, they could improve some of the artwork in it. But I understand why they're going.
It's very comic. It's very comic book.
It's very comic booky. It's very.
And I kind of like it, but I'd almost wish it looked like a little bit more like it's almost like old school comic art, like the old '80s comic, art. And some of it looks really good, like the Vader and the Luke look really good.
Yeah, there's some that knock it out, but then there's some that are kind of like.
Yeah, so I hope maybe they tweak the art or futz around that. Also, foils. I hope they add foiled cards in it. I like.
I can give you some Reynolds wrap. You can go time with it.
I did get the full art. We did get the full art promos at least. That was nice. But I'm hoping they get a foil in or two. But that's pretty much all I can say about that for now. Hopefully.
Well, I'm out of whiskey, so let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap this up, baby. All right, we will talk about the edited content.
No, we will not. We don't need somebody else to cancel us. I canceled this.
Well, guys, we love you. We'll do another video tomorrow night after whatever travesty occurs.
If we survive.
We got some meetings with AMG for Atomic Mass Games. We're going to talk about the new Marvel Crisis. They have a new base set coming out for Crisis Protocol.
That sounds cool.
Shatterpoint, which we love, when we have to do. We're going to do a bunch of stuff.
I just wish they had more stuff.
I know. We're gonna be doing
some exclusive stuff at Gen-Con and it didn't show up. I wanted Mace Windu.
I know. I want Mace Windu too. And also the FFG, the Star Wars card game. along with Wise Wizards and Japanime Games.
I think, aren't we hitting Ivy Studios tomorrow?
Ivy Studios, yeah. So we're gonna have some really cool stuff tomorrow, guys.
And then Saturday we're gonna do absolutely nothing.
I'm
just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I've already got emails back. I thought I was gonna keep it clear to play, but we've got
Saturday.
We've got AG's Saturday morning big hustle deal they were doing with all the media people. Yeah, so we get to do that, and there's something else in the evening that's like very similar. It's I forget which other company is going to be a big old. Hey, check out all the cool stuff, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Actually, in last shout out to Renegade, I attended a media gathering for them, and they were super cool.
And all sorts of super cool redacted stuff that we can't talk about.
So yeah, they invited a media to a meeting and basically said, because they were kind of difficult to talk with because they didn't have a central structure. So like, we really want to work with content creators. Everything goes through this email, goes through this guy now. And on top of that, we're giving you a drive with all this stuff. They're starting all these kinds of programs and things for content creators. But here's a bunch of games that will show you that you cannot say anything about or will have nothing to do with you ever.
Yes, or we will have you killed.
Or have you killed.
We will never leave Gen Con alive.
Yes, so I can't say anything about it. I always feel like did I say too much already? But I didn't give anything away. Don't kill me, Renegade.
But there's a lot of
cool stuff coming. We can't talk about it. They did have an announcement for one thing tonight, but I forget what it was. I'll talk about another thing.
Yeah, you don't want to say anything.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything.
This late.
Especially
after what you said before the edit.
But the thing is, they want to work with content creators, and they spoiled a bunch of stuff for us. That and a couple of things I will say will blow your guys' mind.
Are they more than meets the eye?
Oh my goodness!
Because knowing is half the battle.
Oh my god! They have the Transformers and GI Joe licenses, so everybody knows this. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff coming from those guys. So stay tuned. We'll definitely have more stuff on that. That'll be super cool.
Can we go to bed now?
Yes, we can go to bed now. Good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. And as always, of course,
game on.